Azure Bastion. Hello everyone. Today, we're diving deep into Azure Bastion, a fully managed service that enables seamless and secure RDP and SSH connectivity to your virtual machines, VMs, without exposing them to the public internet. Over the next 5 minutes, we'll explore what Azure Bastion is, how it enhances security and productivity, real-world use cases, visualization of its architecture and operation. Let's get started. What is Azure Bastion? Azure Bastion is a platform as a service (PaaS) solution provided by Microsoft Azure. It acts as a secure bridge for remote access to VMs in your Azure Virtual Network (VNet) through RDP, Remote Desktop Protocol, SSH, Secure Shell. Key features: eliminates the need to expose VMs via public IP addresses, ensures connections are fully protected within Azure's infrastructure, provides a browser-based access mechanism through the Azure portal. Why it matters: traditional methods of accessing VMs often require public IP addresses, increasing vulnerability to cyber attacks. Azure Bastion addresses this by using private IPs and encrypted connections. Use case scenarios: Azure Bastion is versatile and applicable across various scenarios. Securing remote access scenario: an enterprise wants to provide remote access to VMs for developers without exposing sensitive infrastructure to the internet. Benefit: developers can securely connect to VMs using their browser, avoiding risky public endpoints. Multi-tier application scenario: a multi-tier application spans several VNets, and administrators need to access backend VMs for troubleshooting. Benefit: Azure Bastion simplifies access to these VMs, ensuring secure connectivity without requiring VPNs or jumping through intermediary servers. Regulatory compliance scenario: a healthcare organization must comply with strict data security regulations, ensuring no data is accessible via the public internet. Benefit: Azure Bastion ensures compliance by leveraging private connectivity and encrypted sessions. Cross-region administration scenario: a global organization manages VMs deployed in multiple Azure regions. Benefit: administrators can use Azure Bastion in each region to securely access resources without a centralized VPN dependency. Real-time example: let's consider Contoso, a fictitious retail company. Problem: Contoso's IT team needs to manage several VMs hosting their inventory and payment systems. Exposing VMs via public IPs for RDP and SSH led to multiple security incidents. Solution: the IT team deployed Azure Bastion in their primary and secondary VNets. They disabled public IP addresses on all VMs. Developers and administrators accessed VMs securely through Azure Bastion using the Azure portal. Outcome: no further security breaches. Simplified remote access management. Compliance with PCI DSS standards for payment systems. Visualizing Azure Bastion architecture overview diagram: imagine a network setup. Azure VNet hosts multiple subnets for front-end, back-end, and database tiers. Azure Bastion deployed in a dedicated subnet, e.g., Azure Bastion subnet. Private connections: Bastion securely connects to VMs within the VNet. Browser-based access: administrators use the Azure portal to access VMs via Bastion. This architecture eliminates public IPs and strengthens the security perimeter. Advantages of Azure Bastion: enhanced security, no exposure of public IPs, fully encrypted RDP, SSH sessions, highly available fully managed service with built-in high availability. Ease of use: browser-based access, no need for additional tools, seamless integration with the Azure portal. Cost-effective, reduces costs associated with managing and securing VPNs or jump servers. Limitations and best practices. Limitations. No file transfer support via RDP, SSH. Limited to Azure VMs within the VNet. Best practices. Deploy Azure Bastion in a dedicated subnet named Azure Bastion Subnet. Enable network security groups, NSGs, for additional layer of control. Use Azure policies to enforce the use of Bastion across VNets. Combine with Azure Monitor for session tracking and audit logging. Setting up Azure Bastion. A quick step-by-step guide. Go to the Azure portal. Navigate to the target VNet. Create a new subnet named Azure Bastion Subnet. Deploy Azure Bastion in this subnet. Disable public IPs on VMs and start secure connections via the Azure portal. Azure Bastion is a powerful service for securely managing virtual machines without exposing them to the public internet. By leveraging its features, businesses can enhance their security posture, simplify remote access, and comply with regulatory requirements. Thank you for joining this session. If you found this content valuable, please like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into Azure services. Until next time.